always what's next, and I think that's what drives most very successful people. It's never about the money. I mean, that's a way of keeping score. It's about achievement, and it's about winning a game, and it's about upping the ante.
The Rothschild family is a prominent Frankfurt banking dynasty. It was formerly one of the wealthiest families in the world and is now one of the most well-known banking houses. Mayer Amschel Rothschild founded the empire in the 18th century, and his 5 sons, Nathan Mayer, James Mayer, Salomon Mayer, Karl Mayer, and Amschel Mayer, saw it rise to prominence. Mayer Amschel thought that the company's future success was guaranteed by keeping it in the family. He was correct. The Archive of Rothschild, Origins of the Business. The Rothschilds established a strong reputation for sound financial management across Europe by making profitable investments. In addition to its hometown of Frankfurt, it established subsidiaries in London, Paris, Vienna, and Naples, becoming trailblazers in the growth of global finance. Who is the Rothschild family? German-born, the Rothschild family is a powerful and affluent banking dynasty. They rose to prominence in the 18th century by founding banks throughout Europe, specializing in investments and finance. The family has made major contributions to cultural organizations, philanthropy, and finance. Members of the Rothschild family now live and work in several different nations throughout the world. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, the founder. Frankfurt's Judengasse, the little road where the city's 3,000 Jewish citizens were forced to live, is where Mayer Amschel Rothschild, 1744 to 1812, was raised. The conditions were tough and cramped. Jewish people were prohibited from leaving on Sundays, Christian holidays, and at night. They were prohibited from going to coffee shops or public gardens, and they were not allowed to go out in public with more than 2 people. At an early age, Mayer Rothschild acquired commercial knowledge. Amschel Moses Rothschild, his father, was a currency exchanger and silk fabric dealer, sorting coins obtained from Frankfurt's semi-annual trade fairs, which drew buyers and merchants from all across the region, was one of Mayer's first employment. When Mayer was 12, his parents passed away from smallpox. He was brought to Hanover to work as an apprentice for Simon Wolf Oppenheimer, a well-known Jewish financial company, by his relatives. In addition to learning about rare coins from locations like ancient Rome, Persia, and the Byzantine Empire, Mayer was introduced to international trade and finance there. Princes and other wealthy individuals were the ones who collected these coins. They dealt with nobility, and the Jewish men who did so were referred to as court Jews or court factors. The beginnings of a banking empire. At the age of 19, Mayer Rothschild returned to Frankfurt in 1763 to work alongside his brothers in the commercial company their father had founded. Crown Prince Wilhelm of Hesse, who had previously purchased coins from Mayer's father, became a patron of Mayer, who became a rare coin dealer. Since it expanded to cover other financial services and aided Mayer in forging connections with other nobility, this was a significant business partnership for Mayer. After inheriting a vast fortune, Crown Prince Wilhelm became Wilhelm IX, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel. Rothschild requested the status of court factor or crown agent from Wilhelm in 1769. The honorary title permitted Mayer to hang a shield with the Hesse and Hanau coat of arms from his home, thus advertising that he had served the royal family. Mayer wed Gudla Schnapper in 1770. She was the daughter of a court factor and money changer. The couple's 10 children were born to her. They had 5 daughters and 5 sons, expanding and controlling the Rothschild footprint.
Our family, we've always tried to keep love in the family. In this sense, it was more or less understood since childhood that children would never think of marrying outside the family, so that our fortune would never leave it.
During the French Revolution, the Rothschild banking empire expanded quickly. Mayer Rothschild made it possible for Britain to pay for the employment of Hessian mercenary troops. In addition to retaining a son in Frankfurt, Rothschild sent his boys to reside in Naples, Vienna, Paris, and London in the early 19th century. Since Mayer Rothschild's offspring were dispersed around Europe, the 5 connected branches effectively made it the first bank to operate internationally. Over several centuries, the Rothschild family had numerous opportunities to build up bonds and further riches in various businesses by lending to governments to finance war operations. Before he passed away, Mayer Rothschild gave his successors clear guidelines on how to manage the family's wealth. His will established a strict patrilineal system of succession because he wanted to maintain the wealth in the family. This arrangement prohibited female descendants from any direct inheritance and only allowed title and property to transfer through the male line. As a result, marriages between family members were encouraged. The male descendants of Mayer Rothschild married 36 times between 1824 and 1877. 30 of them got married within their families. First or second cousins were married by the majority. Only 2 males and 4 women from the Rothschild family married unrelated partners during this period. Nathan Mayer Rothschild, international financier. Nathan, 1777-1836, the third of the four Rothschild boys to venture out, was the most successful. In 1798, Nathan relocated to Manchester, England, to establish a textile company. Later, he relocated to London to become a banker, founding N.M. Rothschild in 1810. Today, N.M. Rothschild & Sons remains in business. With 101.6 billion euros in assets under management, the bank recorded 2.97 billion euros in revenue and 606 million euros in net income in 2022. In times of crisis, N.M. Rothschild & Sons, like the other Rothschild banks, provided loans to the British government. The bank virtually single-handedly funded the war effort during the Napoleonic Wars by managing and funding subsidies the government paid to allies and lending money to pay British troops, growing philanthropic activities. Nathan Rothschild made numerous contributions to the Jewish community. Later, his family extended their altruistic endeavors to other Parisian and London residents. His initial endeavors focused on London synagogues. As a result, the United Synagogue was established, which aided in organizing the smaller synagogues' causes. Family members later contributed to the construction of government and residential structures and backed Israel's growth. The family donated an estimated 60,000 works of art to public institutions in addition to funds for education. The Rothschild Foundation was established in order to support the Rothschild family's efforts to build more social housing in the cities of Paris and London, the House of Rothschild in the 20th century. Over the following century, family disputes, politics, and wars reduced the family riches. The bank's Naples branch collapsed in 1863, and its Frankfurt branch shuttered in 1901 due to a shortage of male successors. After the Nazi annexation of Austria and the threat to Jews, the Vienna branch was closed in 1938. During the war, Rothschild's holdings in Bordeaux were taken from him by the Vichy government in France, and the Nazis seized millions of dollars worth of artwork and other valuables from the Austrian branch of the family, some of which were given back by the Austrian government in 1998. Edmond Adolphe de Rothschild Swiss Bank 1926-1997, as well as the London and Paris branches. Edmond supported his cousin Baron David René James de Rothschild 1942, who remained in Paris and established Rothschild and Bank in 1987, despite his independence. David became the chair of the combined British and French banks by 2003. About 200 years after Mayer Rothschild's 5 sons dispersed throughout Europe, the family enterprises were unified in 2008 when all of the interests were restructured into a single firm, a stakeholder of Paris Orléans, located in France. Moving into the 21st century, over the years, the family's wealth has been distributed among heirs and descendants. These days, Rothschild owns assets in a variety of sectors such as banking, real estate, mining, energy, and philanthropy. Additionally, the family owns over a dozen wineries across the globe. The Rothschild fortune has always been invested in closely owned companies. Rothschild firms are still doing well now. The family's extraordinary success has been primarily attributed to their keen interest in collaboration, their status as entrepreneurs, and their use of astute business principles. The descendants of the Rothschild family still fund international corporate ventures and support academic, charitable, cultural, and commercial efforts. Concordia Integritas Industria, which translates to harmony, integrity, and industry, is the family motto. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe for more updates, and drop a comment with your thoughts below. We'd love to hear from you.